guys, and welcome to another episode of my vlog. Yay! And as always, I am super excited to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much. For those of you that watched the last vlog, commented, asked questions, I am super grateful to you guys. Thank you guys very much. And those of you that subscribed already, yeah, you guys are the real MVPs. And if you have not subscribed, please do that now. You can find the subscribe button just below the video. Kindly subscribe. God bless you. So my name is Odunola Olabinto, as always, and again, welcome to the vlog. So today the topic we're discussing is a topic that is dear to my heart as an African, and it is something that touches every one of us as long as you're resident in Africa or you've experienced this form of medicine in one way or the other. The topic for today is traditional medicine, the truth versus the myth. Now, a lot of people, have certain myths surrounding traditional medicine, like traditional medicine is bad, it is not good, that it is more spiritual than physical. Actually, yes, I did a bit of research and I discovered that traditional medicine is in different phases. Of course, there's physical, there's spiritual aspect, because Africans are very spiritual people, especially Nigerians, very religious people, and we tend to base our illnesses, the sicknesses, on like you've offended certain gods, people from your villages are following you and stuff. But other than that aspect, there's also the aspect where these people, our great grandfathers and great grandmothers, actually used natural herbs and things they could find around them to treat sicknesses. So the first myth I would like to debunk in the course of this vlog is, number one, African medicine is not totally bad. Yes, it is not totally bad, and in this vlog I'll be highlighting, I'll be discussing African medicine, traditional medicine, as the case may be, in three phases: the beneficial ones, the harmful ones, and the ones that are just neutral. Now, in the sphere of things, I'll start with the benefits. Like I said earlier, traditional medicine is not totally bad. Now, when I say traditional medicine, most things that come to mind is herbal concoction, agbo, and all the other stuff. Now, yesterday I was discussing with my younger sister and I was like, how did our great grandparents know that some vegetables are poisonous while some are good, and if you cook a food certain way it will come out this way? Because those guys actually did research. No matter how small, we tend to overlook the fact that they actually knew these things via research. No matter how crude it might be, like in its crudest form, it is still research. And the fact that you assume that because they researched some American or some foreign drugs, let me put it like that, and they know the actual constituents, and because it seems as if there's no research on African medicine, then it's bad. No, it's not like that. So let me highlight a few benefits. First of all, the things that they use for African medicine are things that are natural. There are things that are herbs, plants, things that they are not chemicals, as the case may be. No matter how small the dosage of chemical is, or someone once told me that every drug is a poison. It's just the dosage that really matters. Because if you say, okay, if you use 2 paracetamol, it's not 2 tablets of paracetamol, but it's not harmful. But when you increase the dosage to like 20, then it becomes poison, no matter how small. But natural things, cause less problem for you. In this age where there's cancer and all these other things, the radiation from the sun, they'll tell you not to eat this, not to eat that. Vegetarians are even lucky to a certain extent, because they would avoid certain processed food, and these guys use natural sources, natural use. I will, at the end of this video, or do it in a separate video, I'm still not decided, we should give you us a list of natural remedies for some common illnesses. Like I saw in a place, a friend of mine shared his experience with me during the course of the week. He told me that there was a time when his aunt was I think burnt, I think it was burnt. Then his grandmother made a mixture of egg and honey for him and put it on the affected part. He actually got medical attention, and that saved his arm. Yes, it saved his arm. Now those are natural ways of treating illnesses. There's natural way of treating malaria, agbo, yes, maybe. Although those things we'll still get to that part. So it's beneficial in that aspect. And again, if you look at our culture very well, be you Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, whatever you are, as long as you're an African, you will notice that there are some certain phrases that they will tell you to avoid for certain times. In Yoruba, they'll call them Ewo, which means taboos, that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't eat that. Okay, in my house now, they'll tell you shouldn't eat mango. after drinking gari, you shouldn't do some certain things. You shouldn't sit down on a mortar. All those things, there are certain things that they will tell you to do, and all those things, looking at it in depthly, they actually have influence on our health. The elderly people tell you not to sit inside mortar is like the same mortar that are using to pound jam. You sit inside it and it's not healthy. And eating mango and gari, I figure they might think that it will cause stomach ache in the long run, and those are one of the things. And looking at women's health too, and when a woman is pregnant, rather, they will tell her that she should eat this, she should eat that, she shouldn't go out in the sun, she shouldn't do this, she shouldn't do that. Those are things that actually promote health. And when she gives birth, they do some certain things for her. They give her certain foods rich in protein so she could regain her strength back. That's our culture. Not everything is harmful. Now, moving on to the beneficial parts, to the harmful part rather. The harmful part of these drugs and medicine and concussion is that the actual content is not known. And in some cases, the content itself, some of the contents are actually harmful. Like during the week when I put out a post on my WhatsApp status that people should drop their opinion about traditional medicine if they have any experience, another friend of mine commented that there was this thing they use for convulsion that his mom used to get for him, that he had urine in it. Oh my god, I was like, urine, really? And I asked him that, did it work? He said it didn't work. But people believe that these things actually work. Like, okay, if a child is I think he's still convulsing, they will ask that you should put something hot on his cheeks or something, or burn the child or something, so the child will not die or something. Now those are the parts that are harmful. And this agbo, okay, like paracetamol now, you have to take 2 tablets, or according to how the doctor prescribes it for you. But the content is not, you don't know the full content. Then the dosage is not really sure. It's based on I took 2, then it worked, so you too, you should try 2. Those are the harmful parts. And some other cultures are harmful, like female genital mutilation, for example. Like, that's one of the health cultures. They believe that cutting off the female clitoris or some other parts of the external female genitalia will actually cure the girl child of promiscuousness. And that is actually really, really not cool, because it does more harm than good. And the other harmful part is that when you take this thing, sometimes the side effects is just not part of it, and those are the harmful parts. But for the neutral part, like putting wool on the head of a baby, and all those things, all those society things, or like I said, the AWOS, the taboos, some of them actually don't have any harmful effect. They are just neutral. They are just to teach you morals and not to do some certain things. In conclusion, African medicine is not so bad. It's not terrible. It is not a total misfit, or is not totally misguided. It has its basis in medicine too, to a certain extent. I would encourage that before you take any traditional medicine. Of course, there are some now that are accredited by the National Agency for Food Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, that you can take. I know of a company in Ado that does traditional herbs. I think it's Yemkem, yes, and they're actually NAFDAC accredited. Yes, so you can take those ones, and if your doctor prescribes them, it's for you, of course. And those ones come in actual dosage. They have been well researched on, the contents are known. But before you do anything, before you take any herb, I found out that most parents are used to this. Oh, there's ewuro is bitter leaf. Go and cut it and let's shake it together and just drink it when you have like stomachache or something. And I'm like, this thing. And my mom does it a lot sometimes. She will just like, ewuro, if you mean. By the time she's listing all of them, I'm like, okay. The dosages are not actually known. I do not really go for agbo. Agbo is like agbo mixture, is a plant mixture like that, unless you know the content and it is like doctor prescribed, so agbo. But any other traditional medicine that has been well prescribed and you've done your research on it and you know that it isn't harmful for your health, you can take it. So with this vlog, I hope I've been able to help you know that traditional medicine is not totally harmful as myths will say, and that you've been able to learn something. I will list a couple of herbal traditional remedies, natural health remedies that you can also access at the end of this vlog, and I hope you find them helpful. And if need be, I'll release another full vlog listing. I think I came across over 100 natural health remedies for different sicknesses. that might be helpful to you. So thank you very much for watching this vlog. I am really grateful. God bless you. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button. And if you haven't followed us on our social media account, we are on Instagram at The Lifesavers Apprentice, and I am on Instagram at NERDY_SANGUINE at nerdy_sanguine, and I am also on Twitter at @thesocial_nerd. And you can hit me up on WhatsApp if you like. You can always request my number in the comment section, which I would gladly like to give you. Thank you guys so much. I am grateful, and remember, prevention is better than cure. Take charge of your health. Thank you.